Hello, friends. So today is our wedding and dating anniversary.
Our 5-year wedding anniversary. A lot of people think it's 4.
Yes. And our 9-year dating anniversary. And John and I, for those of you that don't know, we met in college. We danced the night away the very first night that we met. It was like a movie set type situation. And we've been having fun ever since. So 9 years ago, and one day, John did a really great job of describing the history in order on his Facebook status. So if you want the kind of timeline of our relationship, you can go check that out. But ultimately, 9 years ago and one day, John asked me to be his girlfriend, and I told him no. And the next day, I told him yes. Thanks to my very best friends who were like, "You're nuts. Haven't you been with him for like 6 months? What are you doing?" So we jokingly refer to that.
Thank you, Therese, Michelle, Erin, Lindsay. You guys are great. Yeah, thank you.
Have you ever formally thanked them? This is your platform.
That was a formal thank you.
Thank you, guys. So they were my voice of reason. What is wrong with you? You've been with this guy for 6 months. Why would you not be his girlfriend? And I was like, oh, I don't know. Obviously, a fear-based conversation. And we call that rejection day. And then 9 years ago today, after roughly 18 hours of awkwardness, because I was staying with John at the time. I was visiting him. Ultimately today is the day that we started dating, and then 5 years ago today we eloped, and nobody knew about it.
Yeah.
And 4 years ago today,
that's when we had the wedding.
We got married in front of everybody else.
And started our business. That's
when everybody else thinks we got married, and then using that wedding money, not that many people knew at the time, we launched and started Steele San Diego Homes. So it's been quite the adventure. So we read something this morning. We were kind of reminiscing and going through our memories, having it been 5 years. And at our wedding, one of our really good friends, Erin, who John mentioned moments ago and thanked, she read something at our wedding. She wrote this really amazing wedding speech and shared it with everyone at our wedding. And it's hysterical, really touching, awesome, and amazing. And we wanted to share it with you guys. And Erin right now is on her honeymoon, so instead of asking her to share it, we've decided to go ahead and give it a go. Do you want to start us off?
Sure, I can do it.
Okay.
So, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Erin. Obviously,
well done.
In Erin's perspective, I was Melissa's roommate through college, and she is now one of my closest friends, and John and I had the pleasure of growing up in Fairport together and becoming very close in our rowing days. Like the rest of you, I feel extremely happy and lucky to be able to share this day with the two of them. If you had asked me 5.5 years ago if I would be standing at John and Melissa's wedding, I would have just laughed hysterically. But here today, I am just thinking it's about time.
I'm so happy for these two. And for those of you wondering what I'm doing up here, well, Melissa and John asked me to help tell their stories, since I've known the both of them in 2 very different ways from 2 very different places, and was able to see my friends come together and form this incredible relationship. The best way I thought to do it was in the form of a fairy tale, since Melissa is a queen and John is, well, I have a lot of memories of John knighting people with a plastic sword one year, so I'm rolling with that. And lucky for them, I happened to bring along my copy of their fairy tale, so it worked out perfectly.
Once upon a time, there was a beautiful Greek goddess named Melissa Grotus. Melissa was a happy girl who lived a happy life in the magical land of downtown Buffalo. She felt like she had it all, an upscale condo on Hughes, her DVR fully stocked with episodes of Pretty Little Liars and Bad Girls Club, the entire candy aisle of Rite Aid stashed away in her armoire, a cat that bellowed every time she left the house,
That's
and let's
still true.
not forget about her extremely beautiful friends. What more could a girl ask for? But there was something missing, and that missing something was her prince.
Melissa scoured the streets of Buffalo in search of Mr. Charming. She searched high and low, through the sunshine and through the snow, and even through Kenny the Can Man's collection of recyclables. But with no avail. Melissa was sure that her prince would appear in the form of Pauly D from the Jersey Shore. And for those of you who don't get my 2010 Pauly D reference, he was one of the overcooked, protein-pumped cast members on that wholesome MTV series that we spent every Thursday night in college watching. And yes, Melissa actually went through a devastating Pauly D-esque phase that we all wish we could forget. It's true. But it's a little known fact that the princess has to kiss a couple frogs before finding her prince. Little did she know that she would find her true charming at a nightclub on Chippewa Street, where dreams are made. Mr. Charming himself, John Steele.
John had also spent many a night scouring the streets of Buffalo in search of his queen. He donned an entourage of men who wore shiny, pastel-colored shirts. It was a sight to be seen. On one fateful February night, John found what he was searching for, and to everyone's surprise, especially my own, it was our Melissa. For real, though, I never in my wildest dreams would have picked the kid who sported a bowl cut for as long as I could remember to end up with my college roommate. Oh, I'm sorry, John. It wasn't a bowl cut. It was a Beatles tribute haircut. Anyway, it was love at first sight for John. I remember him instantly locking his eyes on my bombshell roommate, and the two of them danced the night away. And no matter how many times John got kicked off that stage for dancing, where only girls were allowed to dance, he kept persevering and never stopped getting up on that stage to dance to that heavy bass with his queen. And if anyone has seen Melissa in action, you've got to give John credit for being able to keep up.
Also, just to clarify, Melissa wasn't actually scouring the streets for men all day and night. That just helped to condense the story a little bit. I don't want your mom worrying Melissa. John, on the other hand, who knows what kind of scouring you were up to. But on a serious note, you two have persevered through so much already, just like John persevered on the stage that night. It's only brought you closer and closer, and I know it sounds so cliche, but it literally has. You share about 200 square feet of living space, don't you? Not much has changed in 5 years. Well, it's working because you two have been there to support one another through quite a bit in just a short amount of time. You've helped each other through the tough stuff like sickness, job stress, and changes, a cross-country move, but you also encourage each other through the exciting things too, such as mapping out your creative and career goals and travel adventures. You bring out the best in each other, although, John, you still haven't bought Melissa that goat yet.
You two have always been best friends. You respect each other and build each other up, and most importantly, make each other laugh. And that's why you're standing here doing this whole thing today. John, remember when you thought I was the weirdo in high school? Well, you're in the process of marrying the biggest weirdo I know. Unlike many relationships that start at such a young age, you two worked through those dramatic college fights, even the one when John packed up all of his belongings into his arms and started walking home, which would have been a very long walk. And you've shown each other an unbelievable amount of support in whatever you're going through or whatever dreams you have. It's pretty amazing, actually, so congratulations to the two of you, and enjoy today as if it's a quad party that the mayor's son didn't ruin and that people actually showed up to. I love you guys, and feel free to name your firstborn after me. It works for both girls and boys. I love you and enjoy your day.
So yeah, thanks for joining us for that, you guys. It's going to be a great day. We're excited to celebrate each other and our love.
There's still a lot more years.
Yeah, and with it being San Diego Pride this week, love is love, and we love you guys. Shall we share a kiss? Bye.
Now we're going to the beach.
Yeah, we're going to the beach. We're enjoying the day.